What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm Alan, and I'm here today to talk about our SB Fantasy Football Listener League, as well as the Strikeout Beer League. Strikeout Beer is our other podcast that we do on Wednesday nights as well after the SB Fantasy Football Podcast. Or, I'm sorry, Thursday nights. Um, but we have a league for both, for listeners in both leagues. And I just wanted to go over the scoring, rosters, all of that stuff before our draft this upcoming Thursday. So let me go ahead and share my screen. I'm going to share the Yahoo screen here. Again, these leagues are in Yahoo, and we are doing high scoring, um, crazy roster type things. So fractional pointing, yes. Negative points, yes. Passing touchdown, you're going to get 6 points. Interception, you're going to get negative 1 point. Completions, you're going to get a point per completion on your quarterback. Sacks, if you get sacked, that's minus a point. Passing yards, you're going to get 1 point for every 10 yards. Pick six is thrown, that's negative 6 points. That is in addition to the negative 1 point on the interception. So it's a total of negative 7 points. 40 plus yard completions, you're going to get an extra 2 points on those. 40 plus yard touchdowns, you're going to get an extra 5 points on that. And passing first downs, you're going to get a point for every first down that they pass for. On the rushing side of things, rushing TDs, 6 points. Rushing attempts, you get a point for every rushing attempt. Rushing yards, 10 yards, 1 point. 40 plus yard runs, 2 points. 40 plus yard touchdowns, 5 points. And rushing first downs, 1 point. Receiving, we're doing 6 points per touchdown, 1 point per reception. Receiving yards, again, it's 10 yards, 1 point. 2 points for the 40 plus yard receptions, 5 points for the 40 plus yard receiving touchdowns, and 1 point for receiving touchdowns. Kicking and punting, return a touchdown, you get 6 points. Return yards, 10 yards, 1 point. On miscellaneous, you get 2 points for a 2-point conversion. You get negative 2 points for any fumbles that you lose. And an offensive fumble return for a TD, 6 points. Kickers, 0 to 19, 2 points. 20 to 29, 3 points. 30 to 39, 4 points. 40 to 49, 5 points. And 50 plus yarders, you're going to get 6 points on those. And those are on the field goals. On the point after, you get a point if you make it. And if you miss it, negative point. Defense and special teams, points allowed, you get 10 points for that. Points allowed 1 to 6, 7. Points allowed 7 to 13, 4. Points allowed 14 to 20, 1. Nothing for 21 to 27. 28 to 34, negative 1. Allow 35 plus points, you're going to get negative 4 points. You're going to get a point for every sack, 2 points for every interception, 2 points for every fumble recovery, 6 points for a touchdown, 2 points for a safety. Block kick, 2 points. Return yards, 10 yards equal 1 point. Kickoff and punt return touchdowns, 6 points. Fourth down stops, 2 points. All offensive yards allowed, negative 5 points. Or defensive yards allowed, negative 5 points. 3 and out, you're going to get a point. And if an extra point is returned, you're going to get 2 points for that. So that's how our scoring is going to work for the league. I'm going to go ahead and pull up the roster spots that we have. We do have some flex positions. We've got 2 flex positions. Just give me a second. I got to go ahead and get it all pulled up. Rosters, edit roster positions. Okay. Let me go ahead and get the screen shared again. All right. Got it back up. 1 quarterback, 2 wide receivers, 2 running backs, 1 tight end. You get 1 wide receiver, running back / tight end flex position, and you get 1 quarterback, wide receiver, running back, tight end. So you can play up to 2 quarterbacks. You have a kicker, and you have your defense / special teams. 7 bench spots, 1 IR spot. Um, Now, a couple rules that we have in place, because we kind of did this last year and things kind of got a little bit crazy with the quarterbacks. Once quarterbacks started getting injured, uh, people were picking up multiple quarterbacks. Some people were only able to have one quarterback. So we've done two things this year to kind of help with that, to keep people in it the full season. One, if your quarterback gets injured, you have dibs on their backup. You can go ahead and pick up their backup. Now, in the case of, we're just going to talk about the Cleveland Browns, for example. You have Joe Flacco. If somebody else drafts Shador Sanders or Dylan Gabriel, because I could see people drafting them, although I don't know that I would, but you could. Um, they've already got them. But what I've done to counteract that, so that there's always going to be a starting quarterback available. Um, you can only carry 3 quarterbacks. That is the most quarterbacks that you are allowed to carry. So 10-team leagues, 3 quarterbacks, 30 quarterbacks. There will be 2 that are out there. So if someone wants to carry a backup quarterback, that means they're only carrying 2 starters and 1 backup, right? But again, that's going to work on if Flacco gets hurt and Dylan Gabriel's the backup and no one has him, they can't go run and pick him up. You, as the owner of Joe Flacco, have the rights to Dylan Gabriel. Again, unless somebody goes and drafts him. And if someone goes and drafts him, that means there's 3 other teams out there with starting quarterbacks that are on the bench, that are in the free agency. So you will always have the ability to pick up another quarterback. Always will be able to. So those are the 2 things that we're implementing this year to kind of help with that quarterback situation. Again, 1, starter gets hurt, you get dibs on the backup. 2, you can only carry 3 quarterbacks. That's the limit. We threw a limit on that because, I mean, in a league like this where we are doing quarterbacks are going to score a lot of points. They're going to be your highest scoring players. You can play 2. You're going to want to play 2. That's all there is to it. So that's how the leagues are going to work, guys. This is going to be for the Strikeout Beer League as well as the SB Fantasy Football Listener League. Both of those drafts will be this Thursday, 6:30 p.m. Central Time for the SB Fantasy Football. And again, Thursday is August 28th. And for the Strikeout Beer League, that will be at 9:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I know we will be live on SB Fantasy Football during the draft. That's what we'll be doing for the show this week. And then we will be live over on Strikeout Beer for anyone who wants to come and watch that draft over there on the Strikeout Beer page. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. Those of you who got in, thank you. We appreciate it. There were for a few people that did not get in. We didn't have enough interest to field multiple leagues this year. Now, maybe next year, as the page continues to grow, maybe next year we can have multiple leagues. It's all dependent upon the interest that we have in it. So, but thank you guys again. As always, I'm Alan. I'll talk to you guys later. Deuces.